Welcome back to House of Prep. It's gorgeous outside here in Tennessee. I'm loving this weather. Just a little touch of that fall kind of coming our way, especially in the mornings, nice and cool. But I want to talk about Florida right now. Hurricanes on the way. And the theme of this video is going to be called Days Matter. Because they do matter. Not seconds, not minutes, not hours, days. Days matter. And here's the first Days Matter thing I want to talk about. And that's if you're choosing to leave your home to get ready for the hurricane. A lot of times you don't know the exact pinpointed spot that the hurricane eye is going to make landfall. They try to predict for weeks out. And obviously, if you looked back at their predictions from 1 week ago, it's changed, okay? That's how they do. They change. So if you're looking to leave town, days matter because when you choose to leave the day before a hurricane's to make landfall, you can expect bumper to bumper traffic. Look, you think it's busy trying to get to work in the mornings or that afternoon, everyone going home after work traffic, magnify that by 10, by 20, however you want to envision it in your mind. Just imagine everybody in that designated area trying to leave at the same time. That's what happens. I've been through hurricanes, so I can at least say I have a little bit of experience. I was having my experience on the east side of Florida. I know this hurricane's coming on the west side, so if I'm wrong on the traffic part, maybe you guys on the west coast don't have as much traffic as we do on the east, but I'm pretty sure you do. Now, actually, I lived in Fort Myers in high school, and from time to time, we had hurricane scares. So Fort Myers on the west side, up in the Jacksonville area on the east side, I've had a little bit of opportunities to see some things. But days matter. If you're wanting to leave, see, today is Monday. If it's expected to be Thursday, Friday, not quite sure where it's going to hit, I would say by tomorrow morning, you might want to go ahead and plan. Like, well, it's expensive motels, well, that's your choice. If you want to wait to the last minute, make sure you pack some things in your car. When you become a parking lot on the interstate, make sure you have food and water with you because you're going to need all that for you, yourself, and your family as you sit and bunker down for the hurricane in the back seat of your vehicle. So that's just my first point, days matter. Days matter. If you choose that you want to board up your home and prepare, whether you're leaving and you would just like some extra security for your windows with some plywood that you've been able to cut and customize fit with screws and have it attached to the outside of your home to help protect your windows from getting hit by debris, flying objects and such. Or if you're hunkering down and you want to do the same thing and you want to have it boarded up ready to go, days matter because if you wait till the day before a hurricane to run to Lowe's or Home Depot, the odds are you're not going to find plywood. All the extra plywood from all the areas that they're shipping in from all their warehouses will all be gone. All that plywood will be at people's homes that prepared where days matter. People running in for that last minute purchases and such are going to find it's sadly disappointing. However, once the hurricane's gone and people who realized they didn't need the plywood because the storm changed course or it landed at a different area and they hadn't cut up their plywood, that the day after a hurricane, you'll find tons of plywood because everybody is returning it back to the stores, which I think over the years, a lot of these places hang signs, no returns on the plywood because they know, they knew how busy they are getting all these returns. And I think they're done with that. A lot of places now hang signs saying no returns on the plywood. But days matter. If you want that item for your home, today's the day to go get it. Today's Monday, go get it. Tomorrow's Tuesday, that's okay. You should still be able to find some on Tuesday. Go get your plywood. Days matter for water. Sometimes when I've been through hurricanes, they have the notices that says do not drink your drinking water. That it could be contaminated. It's a boil only. Make sure you have your filters. Make sure you have plenty of bottled water, items to hold bottled extra water in your household whether it's your bathtub or it's that bob that you can buy that fills up in your bathtub and it kind of keeps it sealed, I guess, to keep it cleaner. And you could use all sorts of containers. You can have, again, the types of jugs you can buy at the store, the cases of bottled water, but having plenty of drinking water on hand. But if you wait till the day before you're hunting, sometimes people raise prices when you get down to the day before. That's called price gouging in a lot of places, but some places it happens anyway. And it's the old theory, we can't catch them all. And people that are desperate enough will pay whatever price they have to. Don't be caught up in that. Don't be caught up being out in all the crowds, all the panicky people out trying to buy stuff. You want to be able to sit home and just enjoying yourself, watching the news, catching the breezes coming in, maybe running down to the beach and observing some of the waves coming in well before the hurricane comes, okay? I don't advise that during the hurricane. But what you get my point. You want to be prepared. You don't want to be out there rushing around. So food. A lot of people like to rush out and they buy up all the fresh bread. They buy up all the milk, produce things, anything that's fresh, fruits, vegetables. People are buying it up faster than it can be brought in. And at some point, that's it. So you don't want to be waiting until the day before. Again, today is a great day to go run by the store and get the supplies while they're still in the store, because days matter. If you wait till the day before the hurricane hits, you're going to be searching high and low for food supplies. Make sure you have your canned goods, you have food, things that your family will eat, things that are in boxes, things that can be opened up and easily heated. Make it simple and make it fun. If you have kids, make it things that you know they're going to enjoy. Where it could be little Capri Sun packs, it could be the finger snack foods and different little bag, open up individual wrapped items and some comfort foods and things that will help you as you're kind of going through the ramifications of the storm, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But days matter. Get your stuff while you can so you can get the things you want to have, not be stuck with getting things that's all that's left. Power. Things for power, days matter. I saw many times hurricanes coming through. You couldn't find a generator to save your life in the area. Generators get bought up. Same type of philosophy. People would buy them up, and instead of holding on to them for next year, they would return them or sell them. And they don't hold on to their generators, and you could find plenty of them after the hurricanes. But again, some of those rules might have changed with no returns on generators. But don't be the one out there hunting for some kind of power source that you're wanting to have if you've waited till the day before. It's Monday, do it now. Tuesday, still have time, get your generators if that's what you're wanting. Batteries, same thing. I've been through stores before and you couldn't find a battery no matter where you went, no matter what aisle you looked under, looking under every rock, behind every tree, you couldn't find batteries. People gobble those things up. And again, you would think that being in an area that has a lot of hurricanes, a lot of tornadoes, a lot of storms, but especially the hurricane seasons down south, you would think that there would already be a battery kit prepped up, but unfortunately people don't think that way. They don't watch channels like this and other prepper channels. They don't consider being at a constant state of preparedness all year long. You know, there's other times of years that you have storms and things as well, not just hurricane season. But people will. They'll go out and they'll buy up every battery they can get their hands on. So days matter. Get your power sources now. When sometimes hurricanes come through, if you're in the brunt of the storm, it's a Cat 4, Cat 5, and you're hit by the eye, where all the massive amounts of wind as soon as it makes landfall, having extra supplies at that point, you should probably already be out of town because your supplies more than likely are going to be ruined along with the houses in the area. And that's just the reality of a major storm hitting right at the eye. But anywhere else, as it makes landfall, it weakens, or if you're to the north of it or to the south of it, to the left, to the right, a lot of times your main problem is you're going to be without power. Now, with major storms, depending on where the storm hits and where you live in conjunction to that landfall, you could be looking at from different averages of a couple days of being without power up to a couple weeks without power, sometimes longer if you're really close to a devastated area and you're fortunate enough to still have your home. You now are suffering from power outage. Now, if temperatures were as beautiful as it is here in Tennessee, that's wonderful. That's great. You find yourself fortunate if things are looking good. There's no humidity. It's not hot there. But I've been in storms after the storm's done and there's no power. It's brutally hot. It's brutally humid. And there's no air, no breeze, and it's stifling. And trying to find some comfort, getting ice, having big coolers of ice. Don't wait till the day before. Days matter. A couple days before you think you're going to get hit, go ahead and stock up on some ice in your coolers. Well, we didn't use it. Well, it's an insurance policy, okay? Trust me, if you lose power for more than just a short time, you're going to be so thankful you have some ice if it's hot. Having some extra fans on hand, some extra things to help cool yourself, especially at night when you're trying to sleep, okay? In fact, I have a little fan that I use. It's a USB fan. You can use it when traveling, when camping, when power outages. I'll have it in the video description down below. You're more than welcome to look at it. There's a link to it if you want to look at it. They make great gifts and everything too, but especially for people that suffer a lot of power outages, sometimes just having an extra little fan nearby when all else fails, it moves the air a little bit. Okay, it could be teasing you, but it does help in some work. But if you're fortunate enough to have generators and things in that nature, you could obviously power up a lot more items, small air conditioning units, box fans, different things to help keep yourself cool. But again, thinking ahead on these, don't wait till the day before. Looking for flashlights, same thing. I've been to stores trying to find a flashlight just so you could walk around the house. Glow sticks, things that you could give the kids, for fun, but yet they could use to go to the bathroom or to have in their rooms as a nightlight. Just think outside of the box of how could we make life a little bit more comfortable if I had to go, let's say, 2 weeks without power. What about having a way and means to heat food up or to boil your water? Do you have a propane grill? If you don't have a large grill out on the back deck that maybe is now in the garage because you don't want it to blow away from the hurricane, but having a means to pull something out, even a camping stove or something that you can use to heat up, that can of spaghetti meatballs or that can of soup, and having a way to boil water or anything that you want to cook, maybe some eggs and bacon in the morning that you had bought and you're trying to use up some of your perishables so they don't go bad. But you need to have a means to cook, and then the fuel to go with that, whether it's propane. Maybe you want to do a campfire out back, have some extra wood on hand. But just think outside of the box of any way means possible to make your life a little easier. But look, this is more of a motivational video than it is of a how-to. This is about getting kicked in gear, and the time to prepare is now. Well, you say, well, I don't live in Florida. I live up north, like maybe you live here in Tennessee where I live. Hey, you're my neighbor. But there's other reasons to prepare. It could be that super cold winter and maybe the power goes out from a storm. It could be preparing for that tornado that comes through and maybe that knocks out power in your area. And there's different things and different reasons that we prepare no matter what climate or no matter what area you're in. What about a family member job loss? Have you ever considered that? Wow, it'd be nice to have some preps on hand, some extra things that we could kind of fall back on if things got tight, things got a little crazy around the house. But these are all things you need to consider. And again, with that hurricane there, even more serious for you at this moment. This isn't a what-if scenario. This is a here and now scenario. So go ahead, you're finishing this video, I'm wrapping it up, and you go ahead and if you haven't done any preparations yet, go out now, get prepared. If you're watching this video a week later and the hurricane's already gone and stuff, guess what? There'll be more. The time to prepare is now. Do it while you can, while the things are in the stores, and you'll be glad that you did. All right, now y'all take care. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.